Hey everybody, Giggity Squad here. Tonight I'm going to show you how to run a Wiggs Topple strategy for Phase 4 of the AAT raid. The last Phase 4 video that I posted showed you how to run a no Topple strategy, and while that was effective, I discovered that if you have a strong enough team to topple the AAT in under 2 full AAT attack rounds, you should. It does way more damage. So, for the Wiggs Topple team, we'll be using the following. We've got Wiggs, Lando, Leia, and Admiral Ackbar. Now, I personally settled on Ackbar as the last slot after testing 5s and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. And Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, he's fun to play and I love playing him. He just doesn't deal as much damage for Phase 4 as Ackbar does. And 5s, his slow is really nice to run on the main AAT, but Ackbar's tactical genius is where it's at. That's the best utility. So let's just go ahead and get started with the raid. Now, this one is going to be starting without the 2 B2 droids for support. Unfortunately, we're at the tail end of the raid, so I don't really have the appropriate setup to show you a full start, but this is still going to be effective nonetheless. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and AoE, and it's been suggested to go side turrets before the top turret. What we're looking for is we want to make sure we can drop that top turret before the timer gets too far there and he fires. So as long as we think that we're in the clear here, we're going to go ahead and try to drop the side turrets first. If nothing else, it helps with the AoE. Okay, so Leia. Again, I like to keep her in stealth as much as possible, but there are times when it might be preferable to not have her in stealth. Really, that's more of a judgment call. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and focus that top turret down before it causes an issue. And here we go with the topple. Probably didn't need that tactical genius buff there, but as it's still useful. Okay, so as we're damaging it in the topple phase here, we're keeping an eye on the turn meter. And what we're looking for is we want to make sure that Leia has provided the 2 times multiplier buff to the entire party before that AAT gets back up. And in this case, it has. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. But this is one of the contingencies that if you don't have that buff up before the AAT recovers, you might want to consider a retreat and trying again. And about 4,000 damage per person. Really, it's manageable as long as everybody's got the buff up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the B2 droids, and I want to take them out as quickly as possible. The key to this is to try to get it done before... Don't want to AoE yet. Yeah, now we can AoE. We want to do this before the main AAT takes 2 turns. So we know it's probably going to take 1 turn. Let's go ahead and stealth her up. Drop the side cannon. That just helps the AoE by the way. Blech, mouthful. Yeah, I'm tempted, but I don't need to, so I'll just save it. Okay, so that was 1 full attack round. That was before the 2nd round, so we're just going to keep on shooting. Okay, so I'm going to wait to use the tactical genius there. I've learned there's a little bit of a trick to that. If you wait until you absolutely need it and try to force it on Lando, it really kind of helps some of those tight spots, helps you get that topple down faster. Not quite yet. Okay, again, we're looking for the 2 times multiplier buff, and yes, it is on everyone, so we're good. And that was 2 topples. Avoiding the AoE. Let's just use some damage here. Okay. I'm going to spread it out just a little bit. If you're careful enough with your cooldown timers, you can get away with it. I might have made the wrong choice, but we'll see. Yeah, let's just... Yeah, you know what? That actually worked out. The key is you don't want to do your AoE really unless you can guarantee that those droids are either going to die from it or that they're not going to be able to counterattack you. So really, I just wait to do my AoE until they're dead. It's easier. One of the other little caveats to Ackbar there. Nice big hit by Lando. And we go for the 3rd topple phase. I should have stealthed there, so I'll stealth next time. Really, Leia does a lot more damage when she's stealth, so if you can get away with it, try to keep her stealth through this phase. I didn't stealth her during the last topple phase because I wanted to get that extra damage out, but let's see here. I'm going to wait on his tactical genius. Again, the 2 times multiplier buff was on everybody, so this little flyby here isn't really going to do much. Nothing that I can't recover from. Still not worried. I might be, but I'm not. Okay, tactical genius this time. If nothing else, I can use it creatively. Let's spread the damage out a bit. See if I can do this right. This is a gamble and probably a rough one. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyways and crossing our fingers. This is what can wipe. Oh, did I get lucky? That was a totally lucky thing. I don't recommend doing that unless you really feel it. Tonight I'm feeling lucky, so why the hell not, right? And we're just going to keep shooting at it. Put her back into stealth. Maybe get another attack off of her. Nope, but that's okay. Everybody still got the 2 times multiplier buff, so again, what was that, the 4th topple? Doing pretty good so far. Okay. A lot of the same thing over and over and over again, but that's how we do this. Let's give him that. I'm not going to fall for it this time. He's got way too much life. That. And I've got this. There we go. Spread the damage out a little bit to make it easier for the AoE to do its thing. I might actually drop this cannon with, or the AAT without, nope, it's going to take a turn. Just one though. Let's just drop her back into stealth. Ah! Come on, Lando, do your thing. Alright, looking at the 5th topple here, and we're at turn 7 as far as the enrage meter is concerned. So that means that it can take 7 more turns, although that's not as accurate as it sounds. Sometimes it actually takes 2 turns, or it takes 1 turn and it it misrepresents it. So really, when you're around turn 3 is when you should be a little bit concerned about it going into enrage. And again, everybody's got that 2 times multiplier, so it looks like Ackbar might be getting in a bit of trouble. And this is one of those dangerous points where, you know, if things don't go well on this round and Ackbar runs the risk of actually dropping, then I might consider doing a reset. As tempting as it is to use Lando's AoE, I know better. So actually, let's give it to Leia. Again, we can use it creatively. Help her, see, yep, and that was effective, and we can still do that. As long as you can pretty much guarantee that what you're gonna do is gonna topple the AAT in under 2 of its attack rounds, then you're pretty solid. You can pretty much get away with, you know, little mistakes here and there. Just in time. This Ackbar is hurting. Oh, look at that, not anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, that is one of those other reasons why I chose Ackbar. It is so nice to see that happen. And we still got the 2 times multiplier buff up, so we don't have to worry about the flyby. Spreading the damage out a little bit. Now, it's also worthy to note, you got to be careful when you do that. You don't want to run into the point where these B2 droids, their turn meter gets too high. I'm actually going to run another gamble there. I probably should have not spread the damage on that last round. I probably should have focused. So let's cross our fingers and see what happens. Oh, that was a lucky, wow, that was a, Lando, you were a beast. Sometimes. There are other times I want to slap you. This time I don't want to slap you. I actually lost count. I'm guessing this is about 7 topples, and at turn 4, I'm probably gonna, I'm predicting, I think I'm gonna get 1 more topple in. If I manage to get 2 in, it'll be complete luck, but 1 more would probably put it at about 8 topples. No, you can drop them. Now again, I do try to make room for making choices on the fly. This raid doesn't always go the way that everybody wants it to every single time. And a lot of times, funky little things happen that can completely screw up your rotation. So don't be afraid to make these mistakes. And again, if you run into a situation that you're not comfortable with, just retreat and try again if you can. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last topple. So let's, just for fun, let's give somebody some extra attack. Oh, Ackbar, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, wow. Pushing it to the wire. Let's just see what I can do. Run this to the end. No guts, no glory, right? Don't hit Ackbar. Oh, that's right. Oh, as much as I want to. Oh, he's going to drop Ackbar. But that's okay. Enraged. Yep. Alright, so let's see what we ended up with, guys. That was, I'm guessing 8 topples. Again, I lost count, so let's see. Wow, 2.1 million this round. That was something else. Anyways, so, key points to remember here is when you're looking through your rotation, try to drop those side turrets first. Before you drop the top turret, because the top turret has a slower turn meter timer. You can actually get away with doing a lot of damage on the side turrets before the top turret becomes a problem. Also, again, I can't stress this enough, if you're gonna do AoE against the B2 droids, make sure that you're comfortable with it and make sure that you can either drop them. Otherwise, just wait. I did take a couple chances in there, and while they did work out, for every time that it does work out, there's probably 30 times where it doesn't. So anyways, hopefully this was how to use a Wiggs topple strategy for phase 4 of the AAT raid, and hopefully this helps everybody get those big numbers. Keep hitting that AAT.